Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Rebel Tribe. My name is Melodian and today's guest is Kareena Heath. She is going to be explaining to us everything we need to know about repurposing content, especially short form video. She's like the master of short form video. So we are excited to have her with us. Kareena, say hello.
Hi there, I'm glad you joined us and looking forward to sharing what I know to get you started or keep going with your videos.
Okay. Well, let's get right into it because I know a lot of people are, why do I have to do this? Why does it matter? Why is short form video so important?
Well, I think that people like to have things short and sweet. When we started with MTV, no, I'm not going to give you a history lesson, and I like to people laugh. Make people laugh, so it's working. MTV changed the way people did commercials because they had lots of different scene shots, different camera views, whatever. And so now basically people want something they can just watch and get a snippet of what they need. So by doing short form video, you get a chance to just say, pick a topic and just shoot out a little bit of information. People will start following you and they'll get more. So most people don't look for videos that are 30 minutes long. They want something short and sweet.
I can attest to that because unless I'm at home specifically researching something, like looking for something in particular on YouTube, and even then I scroll through it to find exactly what I'm looking for. But yeah, if I'm just on my phone scrolling through, if that video starts going on and on and on, it's like, yeah, next. So I'm right there with you. Guilty as charged.
Mhm.
Okay, so I know a lot of people think video is difficult. I know I was terrified of it for the longest time. Um, but there are all kinds of tools out there that we can use. Could you tell us what some of them are?
Sure. Part of it is you don't have to be on screen. If you'll look through YouTube, you'll find some videos that only have graphics. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to do graphics, but there's something, and I'm not an expert in all the technology words, so, but I'm good at the concept part. So there's something you can do where you put text on a background and then you make it into a video. And then you just play the video with a little bit of music. And the trick is to make the video about 10 seconds long so you get more view count. That's the story anyway. So you don't have to be on it. There's another way where you can take a video. I like to walk in nature, nature trails, what have you, and I do a 30-second or 60-second video while I'm walking. And then I can go in and I can do a short script, make an audio file, add the audio file to the video, and then add captions. So I don't have to even have my face on the video. However, it's a good idea to mix it up. So you can do short videos where you just sit and talk, which is how I did my first probably 6 months worth. And then I decided to switch it up. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get there.
So what are some of the, I know you talked about creating graphics and adding audio files, and I'll be the first one to admit I can graphics, no problem. It's my thing. I love Canva. I live on Canva. Audio files is beyond my skill set. So how do you do that? How would you add? So if I recorded a video of me walking down my dirt road, how would I come back and add an audio file to that?
You can do it in CapCut is what I'm becoming pretty adept at. There's other caption and other video editing software. I have all Apple products and there's something called voice memos. So you just make the voice memo about how long you want the video to be, let's say 30 seconds. And then you uh, make it in, you move it over on your screen and then you put it into a folder And then you just move it into CapCut and away you go. It's very, very simple to do it. Now, I'm not good at PCs, but I'm sure that there's a way to do it on PCs also.
Well, I know a lot of people use CapCut because I see it all the time when I'm on TikTok. I'll see this, try this CapCut, whatever template. And I am not proficient at CapCut at all. I've used it like once and
Mhm.
and it was, again, it stressed me. So I am
Yeah,
not techie, not even a little bit techie. So would you be willing to show us like a demonstration on how to do something on CapCut?
sure. Did you want to talk about repurposing first, or you want to do the videos first?
Let's do the video first, because then we can repurpose the video.
Okay. So you want to give me the share screen
Um,
trick?
yeah, how did I think I have to make you the host. Again, because I am so not techie. I think I have to make her. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, there's a way to do this. I need to make you the host. Boom.
Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to do this. There
Yep,
we
so
go.
you'll be able to share your screen now. So for all of you who think you have to really be like super sharp and smart to do this stuff, here you go.
I am.
I didn't
Okay,
even
so it's telling me, oh, here, I guess I do this. And now it's making me sign in. I don't understand what I'm doing. I guess let's try this.
should be able to just share your screen now because I just made you the host.
Yes, well, it's telling me to do something else. So let me try again. I pick desktop and then I'm going to share. There, now it let me do it. What do you know?
If
Okay,
at
so
first you don't succeed, keep trying.
you are sharing your screen and now it's saying something else. So you can see what I got here?
Yep.
Okay, so I will just move this out of the way. And um, what the heck? Okay, let me take this off and move this away. Okay, so basically what I did was I made a folder and I put some things that I wanted to show people how it works. But I'm going to go into my word processing program here. And hold on a second. I wanted to show you something in here. Here we go. Okay, so when I make my videos, I use one of these teleprompters. It's either Big View or video teleprompter, and I wanted to show you what the icon was for the app, so you could take a look at that. And then this is what I was talking about, text over graphic. It is a little busy, I admit. And the pink is a little bit harder to read than the green. So you just kind of have to play with the graphics and see which one you like. And then you can put this in, you can put a still image into CapCut and make it into a video. And so this is other stuff that I'm going to do later. So I am going to get CapCut up here. Now I have it as an app on my desktop, but or laptop, but you can get it through a browser. And I have the pro version, so I may have a few things that people who don't have the pro version won't have, but basically it's all the same. So we start with going up in this corner right here and say new project. Here it is. This is our project board. This is where media is going to come in. This is where our video is going to show. And this is where we're going to be working on our video down here on the bottom. So let me move this over. And I have Rebel Tribe holding. How about that? So I'm going to start with this one right here. That's the one I'm going to do. I like this one better than the pink one. So what you do is you start off with import. And I need to go to a different here it is right here. I need to go to a different file. So this is the file we're going to be working with, and I selected number 2. So I'm going to highlight number 2 and go to import. And here it is. Then what I do is see this little plus button? You can click here, or you can just drag it down. So I drag it down into the spot. And now you'll notice right here, there's a counter. So right now it is 5 seconds long. So you just click on here and you can review it, and it's 5 seconds. Now let's say you want to make it longer, because stories are typically 15, 30 seconds, right? So this way you can make sure that you have the time that you want. You just come down here and you see how the arrows are going both ways? You just drag it and the blue numbers increase to the number that you want. So I'm at 8 seconds and I'm almost at 10. And so there, I just doubled the length of the video by playing with it down in this bottom section.
Cool.
Okay, so now let's say you want to add some music. So here we have audio up here in the top left corner, and you can click on music, which is what I've done. And then these are the trending ones. So it really doesn't matter which one you choose. I will do this one. Okay, so that tells you, it gives you a chance to listen to what it is. And let's say I decided to choose that. Again, I can click this plus button and it popped in at the wrong place. So let me go back and I'll just delete it. This white bar I want to have at the beginning so that when I click on the music, it'll come back where I wanted it. I think it was this one. So here we go. This is the music. If you'll notice that the music is pretty much longer than the video that we're trying to make. So the way that you can make it match is you bring this white line to the end of your graphic, and then you have a splitter right here. It has like 2 parentheses going the opposite way. So you click on that, and then here, this highlighted part, it's got like lines on the top and the bottom. You go up to delete, and now they match. So does that seem possible? Did I go too fast? You need me to go over anything?
No, that's actually good.
Okay. So that's how you would do it. Now there's a way to add stickers. So we might as well add some stickers on here so I can just show you how that works. Again, I'm going to go back to the beginning here. I'm going to go up to the top and pick sticker. And you can pick any of these. I'm going to do this video start one or vlog. So the way, see, I can click on it, just hover over it, and it shows you what it's going to look like in the screen. And if I want to add it, then I click on this plus sign, and this tells you how long the sticker is going to be up. So you can make it, you can go in here and make it shorter, or you can go in here and make it all the way across. So you'd want to make it kind of short at the beginning because you don't want it to cover up all the text, because you're trying to, show off the the text in your video. So let's say there's a part later on, if you're using a voiceover and you want to emphasize something, you can put in this fire emoji. There's just a lot of stickers in here you can choose from. Happy birthday, leaves, just all kinds of stuff. So that's how you add a sticker, and that's how you add music.
Cool. Okay.
So then, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I like this because I do a lot of really short videos sometimes, and Facebook is always telling me you can't make this a reel because it has to be so many seconds long or whatever. And I'm always trying to figure out how to make it longer because it is what it is. But because I do a lot of still image videos, and it's like, okay, it's 3 seconds. I'm sorry, and they won't let you do that. So this is great. I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could take a 3 second still video and still picture and turn it into a 10-second video. That's awesome.
Yeah, it can be as long as you want. I'm just showing you how you use these blue and white numbers to tell how you can make it bigger, longer, or shorter. So I
Yeah,
showed you
that's
how to
fabulous. I
get.
love that. I'm already excited. I may have to get CapCut after all.
It's my favorite it's what works for me. So then I'm just gonna make this smaller right now, and
Okay.
then I will get another, I will open up another one, a new project again.
Okay.
Yes, I want to create a new project. And we have the same canvas to work from. And then I'm going to show you how to take a walking video and add, let me just show you how to add the captions first.
Okay.
So here's the video right here.
Ooh, where's that? That's pretty.
It's sideways, but it's in Edith Moore Sanctuary in Houston, Texas. We find all kinds of local parks, nature places we can go walking. So again, what I can do also is I can just move this in. I was able to do this earlier. There you go. I can just drag and drop. If you have a PC, you probably have to type in the title. But if I was just to play this is 15 seconds. So, and what I can do is now add this down here. You saw what I did, right? I just clicked on the plus sign because I've already showed you how to do that.
Yeah.
Now, I recorded an audio of me reading a script, and I'm going to add it to this video. So here it is right here. I'm just going to move it in here. And you see how it just have the lines on it? That's because it's an MP3 only and it's 30 seconds. This is 15 seconds. So what I can do to make this 30 seconds is just put this in again. So now I have two. Did you see what I did?
Uh-huh. So you
Okay,
can't
so
cut this one out because it's an actual video. You got to add it again.
I didn't try. I could try that. Let's see if we do that. I think it's because it's a video. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's what I wondered.
So I just put it in here again because it's an ongoing kind of thing. You're
Uh-huh.
not going to really notice, but you can put a transition in, which is what I can show you how to do it right now since we're talking about it. So across the top is something called transitions. And you see where this little space is right here between where the
Uh-huh.
border is,
Uh-huh.
that's where the transition is going to go. So you click on transitions and you have all kinds of them. Now, some people are sensitive to flashes of light, so you might not want to choose that, but I like this one. So I'm going to take this right here and I'm going to drag it and put it where that line is and click OK. So here's what it looks like. Because see where I started a little bit before the transition?
Uh-huh.
So you don't have to wait for the whole thing. You'll see it move.
Huh.
Now, if I take it out, you're probably not going to even notice that there's a change because it's that video. See, it's just a little bump.
Yeah, you can't even tell that it's not the same thing. So yeah.
Right, exactly. So you have that option. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my media because that's where I'm going to find the audio, and I'm going to click on the audio down here. And if there's a space at the beginning that's just blank, so I'm just going to leave that in there because I always like to have like an intro if I want to play with it. But right, so I'm going to leave this blank space in there, and I'm going to go to text, and then I'm going to say add captions, and then click create. Now it's making the captions. This is a new laptop for me, so I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't translate my words as well as my old computer did. So there's a little bit of a few mistakes, but here's how I do the captions. I roll up over here, and I want to see, you can't see the captions very well because they're kind of small. If you click on this, it's going to open it up and make it bigger. So they're still kind of hard to read. Let me go back to the small one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a different font. See where it says font and system?
Uh-huh.
Then I just click down, and I have one that I really like. It's Rubik. So I'm going to this one. That's the one I'm going to use. And now it's over here on font size. So I can either move this bar over and make it bigger, or I can just make the numbers bigger over here. So, and for some reason, it changed my font. There we go. So in this case, we're not trying to worry about covering up somebody's face or being in the way in some way or another. So when you want to play with the captions, you need to click on the actual box where the captions are. And you'll notice over here, there's a way to modify them. So let's say I wanted I don't want it to break here where it says, are you stuck in, I want in on the next line. So all I would have to do is come in here and hit the return button, and it goes to another place. So that's basically how you do the captions. And then you would just play it through and watch.
Are you stuck in the vicious cycle of not having discretionary funds?
So you notice that it didn't spell discretionary right, or it's too big. Didn't fit. Here we go. Let me get this back here. Come on. Okay, so see, it's too big. So what I need to do then is make the font smaller. See how it's not allowing me to do that?
Uh-huh.
Or I could put a dash right here, or hyphen. So I'm going to make the font smaller. So now it's fitting. So it needs to be right there. And if you notice that the Y kind of gets covered up by this stick, so you can go in here and change the color to whatever color you want. That's a little bit hard. That may be a little bit easier. It also has like an outline, so that's a little bit easier to read.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
there's other features you can use to make the font stand out so that people can read the captions. So that's how you add the audio file is you make an audio file. If you have a Apple product, then you can use voice memos. If you have a PC and a Droid, then there's likely an app you can use to do that. Just make it into an MP3 file, put it on your computer, and then add it in like I did. Do you have any questions, or was that good pace or what?
No, that's good. I'm sure we'll all have questions, but you're gonna give us your contact information at the end so we can reach out to you when we're.
Yes, I'd be glad to, and I'd be
help.
glad to jump on a, I'd be glad to jump on a Zoom and help you work through what I know how to do. So that would be good. So let me get rid of this. I have one more I want to show you. And this is my video that I made around the house. So basically what I did was I used those teleprompters and I made a script first. Typically, I want about a minute and it's usually around 130 words, but just to make it easy, you can do 120 words, 60 seconds. It's kind of make it kind of match 6 and 12, right? And when you do the script, you want to make sure that you have a hook where you talk about a question or you say what you're going to do in it, but it only has to be like one sentence. It can't be longer than one sentence because you only have a minute to talk. And so you can do some research on YouTube by going to people who are leaders in your field and go to where they have most popular videos and then see what hooks they're using and model your hook after what they do. After you do this for a while, you get to the point where you just ask a question, or if you're doing like 6 points of some concept, you can here are 6 things, 6 strategies you can use to up your content game on social media. Or are you looking for 6 strategies? Are you looking for more strategies? Are you looking for a better way to get your content out, to come up with content ideas? So it's a yes, no question, or it's a here are, and then you want to say a number. And then I usually put myself in there. So I say, hi, I'm Kareena Heath. Here are some business insights, or with business insights, or whatever you're doing with makeup insights, or supplement insights, or a better life insights, or something to that effect. And then you go right into whatever you're saying. And the last thing needs to be a call to action. So the call to action is something like, watch my videos for more information. So that's where you're doing a series of maybe 5 or 6 videos on the same topic, and you're only doing 1 minute each. So you want to invite them to watch other ones, or you can say, for more info, message me. And the more generic you make that, the better, because then you can upload it onto like 6 or 7 platforms. And some people suggest that you futz with it and change it so it all matches the algorithm from the other ones. I don't. I make one video and then basically I just upload it to Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Threads, TikTok, YouTube, and I'm sure there's another one, LinkedIn. So I make one video and I get 7 uses out of that. So any questions so far?
Nope, I'm waiting to see how you do this.
Okay, so basically you set up your script in a word processing program. I use Pages because it's the Apple version of the Word document. You can also use Google Docs, whatever, and you just type it out. And then what I do is I actually I divide it into 6 pieces. That's just my style. So I'm going to go to 6 different places in my home and have 6 different backgrounds. And I'll make 6 small scripts using those teleprompters, and you can figure out how to do the teleprompters by, YouTube. It's very, very, very simple. You can also I learned how to do it like in a few minutes. That's not the purpose of me showing you this. I wanted to just jump into, I already made the video.
That's fine.
So
That's fine.
if you want more information on those teleprompters, you can contact me and I'll get you there. So I'm going to go to import, and it's already coming up with this one that I wanted, the Rebel Tribe holding. So I just click on the first one, I hold my shift key down, and I go all the way down. So this is going to allow me to give all 6 pieces at once. If you go from the bottom up, then they're going to come in backwards. So then I'm going to import. Okay, so here are the 6 different videos that I made. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drag this all the way down, and voila, they're here. Now this is a thing that will allow you to spread out the pieces a little bit. So I spread it out so that I can see it on the screen. And that's pretty good. And then the next thing that I do is I do the text, the captions, because that allows me to see what kind of space I have in front of the break and in back of the break. And I can start trimming the video. So we're going to do the auto captions again. The audio caption again. Text, I'm sorry, that's the right place. Auto captions. So what I did was I just go to different rooms of my house, and I hold my camera up like this, and I talk into it reading the teleprompter. So look, it's done. Okay, we can finish now. No, I'm kidding. So I do a big part at the beginning, because what I want to do is I want to do like a little flash at the beginning. So what I'm going to do, can you see how I'm going to move this all the way over here, right in front of the starting of where I talk. I'm going to make a break, and then I'm going to go and find a transition. I have one that I use all the time. I'm going to use that as a pop. So are you ready? Okay, I'm up here now. I want your attention. So that's why I'm doing this little thing at the beginning. And I go all the way down to the bottom. And I use this one. Okay, so there we go. And then I just go down here and put it in. So there's the transition. There anyway. Okay. So what I do then is I use my little the arrows, and I do about 10. And that gives me a little bit of an intro. And then I will cut it here, and I will take this piece out. So I use those opposite facing parentheses to do the split. And then I go in and I highlight this piece I want to take out, and then I go to delete. There you go, it's gone. And you can see down here, there's a lot of space right here. So what I'm doing right now, I have 1 minute, 32 seconds. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this down to a minute. If you can get it down to a minute, then you're going to be able to qualify for shorts in YouTube. But I told you I upload this into 7 different platforms, so that's not the driving force. If you can, great. If you can't, that's okay too. So I'm going to go over here, just on the other side of the caption. I'm going to break it up again. I'll go on and take this piece out, and then I'll keep doing that on each one of these. And we're almost finished. Come on. Oh, I gotta do this first. Now, 1 minute and 18 seconds. So this isn't gonna qualify for a short on YouTube. But it's still gonna be better than leaving all of this excess in. Okay, so you can see I got this little pop of color to start with. And now I'll play some of it so you can get an idea of me being in different rooms.
Ready, set, go. Use these 6 strategies when you're planning your short form videos, making it possible for you to dominate video content. I'm Kareena Heath with Marketing Insights.
Okay, so that's my hook at the beginning. Is that cool?
That is cool.
Okay, so now I'm going to go back through and I'm going to find the transition that I use for in between each of these so that they don't just pop. So if I don't add the transition, this is what it's going to look like.
I'm Kareena Heath with Marketing Insights. 1. Understand platform dynamics. Embrace the fast-paced nature of platforms.
So you see how it just kind of jumped? I like to put a transition in. And so I'm going to go back to the transitions. And of course, I played with a lot of these because I've been doing this for a long time. I like the one that says pull in. And I'm not able to find it. Here it is right here. This is the one I like. So I will move this down in between here, and I will continue to put it in between each one. And by doing the captions and cleaning it up, you can see that break in between really easily too. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
The break between the captions.
Yeah.
So where to put the transition. Now you can be creative and put 6 different transitions in. I've seen people do that. I think it's really messy, but that's just me. So now I'm going to work on the captions here just in this first section so you get an idea. You've already seen me do the captions already. So to get it at the beginning, all I did was I moved this white thing back. I don't know what it's called. So if you click on here, you can see here's the captions right here. Now, some people like to be really fancy and they will go in and make a capital letter and put punctuation in here. I don't do all that. It takes too much time. But if you want to, you can. So right now you can see it's very difficult to see the captions. So you can move the captions up here. You can actually make them by using this circle, like in Canva, you can make them go one way or another. I like them to be straight. And I'm going to go to my favorite, which is this rubric. And then I like to use either white outline with a dark color or a darker color with the white. So that's what, let me make this bigger so you can see it. Oh, where did it go? Here it is. So you can just click on this right here and keep making it bigger. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So you see you have a lighter color with a dark background. And then I'm gonna use, I'm kind of weird. I like to make the captions match my shirt color. So right now I got a black shirt on. So I'm gonna take this white and you see the color right here is black, so you don't have to change it. But if you want to change it, you could do anything with any color you want down here. And if you don't like that, you can come in here and switch it around. So that kind of gets lost in the brown, but you get what I'm doing. So here we go. Let me get the black back. I don't know what happened to the black. Maybe it's down here. Okay, so I found a dark color. So it's highlighted in white, and this is my preference. There are all kinds of other things you can do. There's different fonts you can use, different outlines you can use, and different colors you can use. So what I do is I go through the whole video and I make sure that what I said is spelled correctly. That's my big thing. And most of the time, it doesn't get my name right.
Ready, set, go. Use these 6 strategies when you're planning your short form videos, making it possible.
Now, see, this is too long. I can take this and split it up. See how this is too long? It was like too big. So what I can do is I can move this over and then take some of this out. So we'll see how far it got to.
You to dominate
Okay, to dominate video content.
video content.
And then you move this one over so there's no space. And you go in here and you switch it out. You take out words here and you put it in the next section. That's a little bit complicated. If you wanted to, you could just take this and see here.
Dominate video.
Move it down. So you can just move it down a little bit. Doesn't matter if it covers up your forehead. Just as long as it stays in the screen, you can do that. So then the next one's going to have my name and they never spell it right. I'm sure that never happens to you, Melodian.
Never.
Trying to find it now. It must be in here. So I need to have this white thing over where the captions are, and then I go in here in where the text shows and I can fix it. There. So now it's spelled correctly. So that's basically how I edit the video. I'm not going to do the whole thing because you've already pretty much seen me do what I do. In each section, I'll go through and I listen very carefully, making sure that the words are spelled correctly. I don't add any punctuation. I don't like capitalize things. I just leave it.
Sweet.
So that's basically how you do it. Like I said, you can do the stickers. I already showed you how to do that. There's a way to add audio using Canva, but I like just making the MP3 audio and moving it over here. It's a little easier for me.
Looks pretty easy. I don't know why it seemed so difficult when I was trying to figure it out on my own. But yeah, it looks pretty easy. I'll have to take another stab at it.
Yeah, so the way I taught myself was I got on YouTube and I watched some videos on how to do it, and then, I figured out what worked for me. And I like to make my videos so the captions are above my head. Most people will put the captions down here on the shirt, and I find it's difficult to read that way. So we all have our own preferences. And so make yours stand out, make yours unique.
Okay, now you told me you do something that I found kind of intriguing, because I do it the exact opposite, so it just kind of like, what? And that's your email. So I will often take an email, because I've had an email list practically since the beginning of email. And I will take an email often and use it as content, either for a blog post or cut it up and use it for social media posts or whatever. You take your content and turn it into emails.
Mhm.
How do you do that?
Okay, so I will take my script. And when I do this is basically a story post, right? The shape of it. And the verbiage right here comes from a video. So my video is about 120 words, so I'll take 60. And I take parts of it. So I'll use the hook from the first one. I want to be lazy on the first one. I'll use the same hook. Then if I have an even number of things, like if I have 6 things, I can put 3 in one and 3 in the next day. There's not really there's too much for one day. So that's why I take the script and I divide it in half. And then I make a graphic like this, and then I add some commentary. And I post this. The commentary doesn't end up on Facebook or Instagram, but you can put it on pretty much everything else. And then I go back into that file in Canva and I upload it. I upload the image and the commentary as an email. So then you basically have a video that's 1 minute long. You
Excuse
make that into 2 30-second or you divide that in half. So now you have 2 days for posting. And then you can take those and put them in emails. So here's one where the hidden power of tenacity unlock its potential now. So that's kind of like, I don't say the same thing that's in here in the graphic. I just add more information.
But the
So
graphic
then,
is part of your email, right?
yeah, so I upload this graphic and I upload this, so it's already done. I can just post the graphic but while I'm working on it, making it from the video to the graphic, it's already top of mind. So why not just go ahead and write something about it at the same time? And then you end up with a video, 2 posts, and 2 emails.
Do you use particular email program,
I use Aweber.
Aweber? Okay. Yeah, I like Aweber, so okay.
So that's basically how I repurpose those, and I kind of make them look the same. What I upload to Pinterest, and what I'm learning from Kim Ward, I'm sure you know her.
Uh-huh.
She does a lot of training on Pinterest. She says, don't use the same background. So what I do is I find a horizontal background and I take half of it, and then I take the other half. So then they kind of look like they're the same theme. And I just try and make it, although they're probably not even looking at it, I just feel better. You could actually have 2 completely different backgrounds and they probably aren't going to notice. And then also what I learned from other people is that while you're posting, you think everybody's seeing it, they're not. So you can repurpose content and people will think, oh, that's new. The other thing that I do with my repurposing the stories is that I wait 15 to 30 days before I start sending them in emails. That's in case somebody's following me. They have, as they say in West Texas, slept some since then. They've forgotten what I posted, and then it looks brand new. So,
Okay, and you use Canva to create your graphics?
yes, I use Canva.
Yeah, Canva's pretty easy.
It is. It is. I like it a lot.
And there's all kinds, there's a couple of I've done a couple Canva trainings that are on our YouTube channel. And there's a ton of them out there, and Canva has a million tutorials of their own. So if you haven't figured it out yet, we're not teaching Canva today, but there's
Mhm.
enough places you can go and find it and learn how to use it. It's not hard. Even little non-techie me has figured it out. So
So this is something else that I do is I do a B-roll. So I haven't done any this year. I should, but I haven't. The one on the left is at the Japanese Gardens in Houston. The one on the right is at the Naval Museum in Galveston. So my wife and I go there and we take bunches of pictures. We just standing doing backgrounds of everything you can imagine, maybe 100. And then I put text on it. So this one was my first iteration for sets of information where I put the text in the picture. And I finally figured out that that probably wasn't a good plan. So I put the text underneath. I think it looks better. It's easier to read. And what I learned from someone is that if you wait long enough, these will come up next year. So if you're like trying to figure out a way to shortcut and ask your future self to say thank you, then if you'll do one of these a day, every day, next year they come up in your Facebook memories and you can reuse them.
yeah, I love
So-
that trick. I don't remember who actually taught me that. I never thought of that. I was just like Facebook memories, okay, whatever. But yeah, that's the first thing I do now in the morning when I get up. That's because I don't have time to start creating content a lot of mornings. I'll be like, what's in my memories that I can reuse today? So that is an awesome tip.
So my goal this year is to make sure that I have one every day. And I think I messed up because somehow it didn't get loaded into Facebook because I loaded into Instagram first and then it automatically shares to Facebook sometimes. And that day I was really busy, so I might have skipped a day. Okay, so next year I have to do 5 days out of the whole year because I'm working really hard this year to make sure that the ones from last year come up. If there isn't one, then I make one so that way I'll have something for next year. And the other thing that I do is I do my business tip, or I'm also doing a business with a debit card. So I post that. You can post something about business. This is how I do it. Post something about business in the morning in your stories. And then do something kind of inspirational in the evening, kind of like this, like a quote. So that every 24 hours, you always have something. Because if you only post in the morning and if you miss it by an hour, then you don't have anything in there. So this way, if you do one in the morning and one in the evening, you're always going to be appearing in the stories. You're not going to miss the story that way.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Facebook stories are 24 hours. That's all they're visible. And then after that, they go away. So, and people check them out, people read them. So I get probably more non-follower views on my stories than anything else. So it's a really good tool. So you want to make sure you always have something there, always. So what Kareena's doing is a good idea. You take it and put one up in the morning and one up in the evening, and that way you always have something there that's visible.
And then by using my picture, I'm branding myself. So I'm rotating through my B-roll, my different topics on my B-roll. And I find I have something called Insight of the Day. It is, I think, Eric Worre's wife. I get an email every day that's a quote. And so I just use that if I need it. Right now, I'm needing it sometimes because last year I did quite a few of these kinds of posts. So it really helps. And then it's Christmas time, so I found something in there about the 12 days of Christmas, and that each of those 12 days have a double meaning. And I found a whole post with just like a book. It was just all words. And I thought, this isn't much fun. So I'm setting it up so next year I'll be able to start on December 1st. I won't be able to use my memory, so I'm putting it in a Word document. I have an image of the day, like 7 geese laying, so it's a 7 with geese and some eggs, and then I tell what that meant. And then I'll have it for next year, but I'm now posting every day on that too. So people, I don't know if they're looking at it, they're not liking it, but I think they're looking at it because it's interesting.
Well, this was pretty interesting in itself. Like I said, I've struggled with CapCut, and I know a lot of people are struggling with video. So, and I'm not even going to say I don't understand why, because it took me forever to actually decide to just go ahead and do video. So I get you. Okay. I get you if you're not doing it yet, but like Kareena said, it's the thing. Okay. It's the thing. People have the attention span of a goldfish, and actually a goldfish has a longer attention span than most of us. Okay. So I think a
Yes.
goldfish is like 9 seconds, and they figured the average human is about 7. So you got about 7 seconds to catch somebody's eye and keep them on your stuff. So videos, short form video is the way to go. It's not the only thing to do, but that's how you catch them. Then once you've got them hooked and they're interested, then yeah, they'll watch longer stuff after that, or they'll read longer stuff after that. But when you're trying to catch somebody and get their attention, you better be fast. So short form video is the way to do it. And I like Kareena's. I see hers every day. I just like the way they're done. It's simple. It's not difficult. I know you get on TikTok and you see all these fancy things and you see all these fancy reels on Facebook. And you're like, I can't do that. I can't do that either, but I'm doing reels now, all the time. In fact, Facebook just recognized me last week as a up and coming reels superstar or something, because I followed her advice, and I'm just doing little simple videos. They don't have to be complicated. So
Nope. You can even sit in your chair and do a video this way, a video this way, like bits of the video around. I just thought it was more interesting to be around my house rather than doing that. So I don't know how to stop screen sharing.
you just go down to screen share.
Oh, there's the stop share because we're done.
Yep, there you
So,
go. Sweet.
yeah. Yeah, so I just try and be a little bit more creative. If you have good weather or you feel like going outside and you have some spots you want to do, I have about 8 or 10 spots in my house and I vary them. So I will start on the same one. It makes it a little bit more interesting, I think.
Well, I hope you will give us some of your contact information so that people who are maybe a little bit, maybe still want a little bit of help when they get started, might be a little bit afraid to just jump out there without having backup. If you could go ahead and give us that, and I will post it in the description on the video. But for anybody who's got questions or who would like to learn more about the tools you're using, I know I'm going to be getting with you about CapCut, because do you have an affiliate link? I'm sure.
No, I think CapCut's like $10. It's not very expensive. $10-15 a month. You can, since we're in different platforms, and with Success with Kareena on YouTube. You can contact me via email, kareenaheath@gmail.com. I'm always checking my email. If you're on Facebook, I'm Kareena Heath on Facebook. And pretty much Kareena Heath everywhere else, either Success with Kareena or Kareena Heath.
Okay. And like I said, I will post all of that in the description so you guys can find her. But she's a really big help with video. She helped me a lot. I about fell out of my chair when I opened up my Facebook that morning, and it was like, we recognize you as a rising video reels. And I was like, what? Who, me? I actually had to share that on Facebook. I was like, whoa.
That's really cool.
So, and it's just from following some simple tips that she gave me. So, hey, it doesn't have to be as complicated as everybody tries to make it sound like it needs to be.
My first 6 months of videos, I had a stand next to my computer and I read the whole thing like this. I sat down and I had 200, 500, 4,000 views on, because people want the information and they want your take on it. So maybe you think, well, it's already been said and I don't I don't know why I have to make the videos because it's already out there, but it's not out there with your unique insight. So make your legacy, go out there and make some videos. Have some fun doing it. I'm kind of a stick in the mud. I know other people are like, they like to dance or they like to do the filters, and that's just not me. But other people are. So do that.
Okay, I admit to being the filter queen. I don't dance, but I do admit to being the filter queen.
And the whole point of this is we get to do this. We choose to do our business. We choose to make people aware of us. Why not have fun doing it? For me, it's fun giving out tips. That's what I like to do. I'm a trained teacher, got a master's degree, kind of like more education focused. So that's what I'm doing. But other people just like to off the cuff, put up their phone and say, hey, you really need to make videos because short videos are the thing. Make sure you have a hook, make sure you have your name in there, make sure you have some content, do a call to action really quick, get it edited and get it out there every day because life is short. So make some short videos. Would
I
that
actually
work?
like that. You need to record that. Okay.
So,
I'll be
that's how
looking for
you
that
can do
video.
it. You don't have to do it like the way I do it, but I'm just saying that there's no reason why you can't make one.
Well,
And don't worry what you look like because people are your friends and family, they look at you and that's what you look like. So well, my hair has to be made up and I have to have makeup on. You don't really need to. You just be yourself. The more authentic you are, the better.
okay, I can attest that some of the videos that I have gotten the most views on, I have been in my pajamas. I have been soaking wet from bathing the dogs, like soaking wet from bathing the dogs. I have been dripping with sweat from a run or from yard work because suddenly I had something I needed to say. And it was like, I need to record this now before I forget what I want to say. And you know
Mhm.
what? Nobody came and said, oh my God, I'm not going to watch you anymore because you look bad. You just bathed your dog. Because I told people, like, yeah, I just got done bathing the dogs and they won. So, but while I was doing that, was thinking about Baba, and I just remembered something, and I wanted to share it, and I didn't want to wait. So, boom, here we are. Nobody came and said, "Well, you should have waited until you got your hair done and your makeup on because you look terrible." Nobody
Nope,
cared,
nope, nope, because they're interested in the information. So just be yourself.
and don't be afraid. Just do it. And if you're terrified of doing it, get with Kareena. She'll do one with you. No.
Yeah, I'll walk you through what I do. We can do a Zoom and
Yeah.
I'll walk you through what I do.
Yeah. It's not that hard. It'll be good. All righty, my lady. Well, I thank you so much for teaching us this, and I am probably going to go give CapCut another stab. Um, Not tonight, but definitely very soon because I'm getting where I have fun doing videos now. I never used to, and now it's like, oh, this is fun. So I saw a lot of things in there while you were showing us. It was like, oh, that'd be fun. So I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna
so the transitions are a lot of fun. There's a lot of options in there. So I just happen to pick those two because they're simple, but there's other ones that they might fit your personality better.
So I'm gonna go give that a stab. And if you enjoyed this video, there's many more like this coming. So please like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Because yes, I'm trying to build my YouTube channel. So everything you do helps us out a bunch. We are a channel for women by mostly women. I have a couple of men lined up to speak. I'm sorry, but they have good information. So they have good information, so they need to come and share. But it's information for women. It's by women, and it's with anyone out there who is just trying to create the life they've always wanted and don't know how to get started. Maybe need a little push and a little support. We're here for you. So that's the Rebel Tribe. So like us, share us, comment on us, do it, whatever it is that you can do to help us out, and stand by for more stuff. There's some good stuff coming down the road. Kareena, I appreciate you taking time to talk to us tonight. Make sure you send me all of that information so I can put it in the description. I know you
Okay.
said you gave me some links on the last one you did with us, so if you've got some links you wanted to share, that'd be great. I'll put them in the description. And
Okay,
and
well,
I
thank
think
you so much for inviting me.
so. All righty, my dear. Thank you so much, and we will see you again soon, I'm sure.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.